tell you my favorite slasher movies that are currently on Shudder. Now, if you're a horror fan, you probably already know what Shudder is. Also, aka also not sponsored by Shudder, just telling you now. I just really like Shudder and I thought I should let everyone know some of the best movies they could watch on Shudder right now. Now, Shudder has a horror list right now, so like a horror classics movie list, but I wanted to list some of the best ones, including some that aren't even on that list, but are still on Shudder that are really good. So, to start off, obviously, Halloween, the 1978 Halloween, it's on Shudder, and so are Halloween 4 and 5. Now, those two aren't as amazing as the first one, but if you really like the series, if you really like Michael Myers, obviously it's nice that they're on Shudder. It's sad that they don't have the whole franchise on there, but I understand that they don't have the Rob Zombie remakes or the latest movie, but it's kind of sad that the second one isn't on there at least because I do like watching the first and second one. But just having the first one on there is a plus to me for people who don't own the movies. I know some people don't own all of the movies. So Halloween is a good option. For more slasher fun, Shudder actually has the first Sleepaway Camp movie on it. Now, Sleepaway Camp is a classic 80s slasher, but it's also got one of the best endings in slasher movie history. You cannot tell me differently. I am literally the change my mind meme right now on that because that ending is ridiculous. If any of you have ever seen Sleepaway Camp before, or even seen like a kill count on it or anything on YouTube, and you know how it ends, you know what I'm talking about. So if you haven't seen it, you don't know how it ends. I'm obviously not going to spoil it here. I won't show any pictures. It's a really really fun must see for any slasher fan. So if you like slasher movies, give it a watch. It's the ending will make you laugh. It will make you cringe. It will make you laugh. It's meant to be a very serious movie, and there's some really good kills in it. But that ending though, it's pretty good. Okay, next on our list, keeping with our slasher theme, the Slumber Party Massacre. Shudder has the first two movies. There are three movies, three Slumber Party Massacre movies in the series, but they have the first two. First one is a classic. It's a great movie to watch, really fun. Honestly, very big on female empowerment in like the little ways. Like I do appreciate that about the movie. And the second one is interesting. I say interesting with a grain of salt. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's it's okay. It's really ridiculous, but if you want a different time, go ahead and give it a watch. Now, the next movie on our list is Prom Night. The original Prom Night, the one starring Jamie Lee Curtis, not the remake that they made. Though the remake is actually okay. It's not on Shudder, but I actually own it. It's okay. It's starring the lead star from the comedy romance movie John Tucker Must Die. And it's pretty good movie, the remake is. But the original is where it's at because Jamie Lee Curtis, the queen of scream queens, is there. So if she's in a horror movie, even if it's not a very well put together movie, it's still going to be a good watch because she's fantastic. So there's also a second one, Prom Night 2. It's different. It's got a different feel to it, though I do appreciate its difference. It's kind of a mashup of Carrie and Nightmare on Elm Street 2, or at least that's how they describe it in their description. But I can see how it has some Carrie vibes to it because of the main character. It's an interesting watch, but only if you really, really want to. It's really got nothing to tie into the first movie that much, but it's only if you really want to watch it. I still say watch it, especially if you like the first one, but it's not a Halloween slasher must watch. It's just very different. Now, another good slasher that's classic, Chopping Mall. Um, I mean, a group of teens and a killer robot in a mall. What more could you ask for? That's all I'll say. If you have extra time, go give that a watch too. To finish up our list, this is a very short list. Shudder has the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre on it, and I always recommend this movie. It's a classic. I recommend it any time of year, honestly. I would watch it in the middle of January. I don't care. It's a good movie. It's really crazy movie, very psychological, horror-y, but also slashery at the same time, which is kind of fun. And it's also based off of an actual true story, not the way that the movie depicts it, but it is based off of an actual person, which is interesting in and of itself. I actually talk extensively about that on an episode of my podcast. Um, well, that's my list of slashers on Shudder. Again, not sponsored by Shudder. Shudder's just really cool and I like it. So if you have Shudder, those are my suggestions for Halloween. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and until next time. I hope you enjoyed my recommendations, and if you like them, feel free to tell me in the comments, or if you have any movies that you would like to suggest from Shudder for Halloween time that I didn't talk about, especially slasher movies that you enjoy on Shudder, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I want to let everyone know that welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you are just joining us and you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell for some more horror content. Thanks, everyone.